you eat your own food, please? Target! Target! Hi guys. I just wanted to tell a quick story in hopes that it will give you a giggle and maybe you know, uplift you a little bit, because being a mom is hard, and especially now that I have 2 kids under 2. By the way, here's Izzy. I don't think y'all seen her yet. I made a little video about her, but it's not edited, and this will probably go up before that. So she's 2 weeks old today, and here she is. She is the cutest of things. There's Ricky. Say hey, Ricky. And yeah, so I just want to tell you a quick story. So this morning, Izzy, well, last night I should say, Izzy didn't go to sleep until like 4:30 a.m. this morning, or 4 sometime between 3:30 and 4:30 a.m. is when Isabella finally went to sleep. She stayed up all night with really bad gas, and I could hear it just rumbling in her stomach. And I did the little things that I do to, I'll make a video about the things that I do when my very small babies have gas. But yeah, I was doing my little things that I do, and I was burping her, and she's cluster feeding too. So I was nursing her as well. So I was extremely tired. Ricky went to sleep about midnight. My dad puts him to sleep at night, most nights. So, yeah, just to help me out. So my dad came and put him in bed around midnight. Both of these little boogers are night owls. So then Isabella did not go to sleep until about 3:30 to 4:30, sometime in that time range. So I finally get to doze off, and then Ricky wakes up ready for the day at like 5 something. It was 5 something. It could have been early 5 or late 5, early in the hour or late in the hour. I cannot remember. So I just know it was in the hour of 5. So I was so tired, and I got really frustrated, and I really wanted to go to sleep. And so I held Ricky close to me, and I tried to cuddle him back to sleep. Whew. And if you don't know, I co-sleep with both babies. Both babies sleep in my bed. So I was trying to cuddle him back to sleep, and it just was not working. He was just alligator rolling, and he was kicking me and pushing me and fussing, trying to get away from me and trying to climb out of the bed. And I did not want to have to watch him playing in the room. Like, I wanted him to go back to sleep. He just was screaming and hollering, and I was getting really, really frustrated. And at one point, I even, like, kind of whisper screamed, like, shut up and go to sleep. And I'm not proud of that at all. That I never want to make a habit of. He gets jealous when I'm nursing Izzy. Target, what are you doing back there? Pupper. Hello, Pupper. What's wrong, Ricky? Okay, I'm back. I fed and burped Izzy, and I changed Ricky and got them both settled. And then I sat back down to film again, and Izzy started crying. So now I have Izzy, which means Ricky's going to want to get up here. So yeah, it's hard to do this with both of them. Is that funny? Is that funny? You stopping Mama from doing things? Anyway, so yeah, I am not proud of speaking to Ricky that way, even though I really kind of didn't raise my voice, because like I said, it was a whisper scream, because I live with my parents and my sister right now, just to financially recover from this divorce, and they were all still asleep. So, or at least my sister was still asleep at that time, so I didn't want to wake them up. So I was just kind of whisper screaming, but with like venom in my voice. And I'm not proud of that, and I don't want to make a habit of that. I was just desperately tired. So I was just holding him against me, trying to get him to be still and go back to sleep. And really just because I couldn't just let him get down and play. I was too tired. I would have fell asleep and he just would have been unwatched. He just would have been unsupervised. So what I needed to do was keep him in the bed so I can at least see him and know what he's doing. So I got him kind of where he would just kind of lay down a little bit, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna hum him a song. You know, I'm too tired to sing, but I'll hum. And oh my gosh, I failed so hard. Like, it just didn't work. Like, I don't remember what song I had in my head that I was supposed to be humming, but it just came out like it was like the same note, the same just groan over and over again, like no difference in pitch or anything, no rhythm. It was just I was so tired, y'all. And that's when I really realized how tired I was. And so I knew he wasn't about to give in, and I was just going to get more and more frustrated, so let's just get up. So I got up with him. I fed him a little Belvita breakfast biscuit, because ain't nobody got time for a good healthy breakfast that early in the morning when you've had like an hour and a half of sleep. So, or less actually. So I got him a sippy cup that he didn't drink. He still hasn't drank it. And oh no. Okay, I had to save the day real quick. Target. They are not worried about us. Let them live. Let them live. Oh my gosh. Okay. But yes, I got up. I got him a little like continental breakfast, and I let him eat, and I let him walk around the house a little bit, and changed his diaper, changed Izzy, and he played on the bed for a while and went back to sleep. And we got a couple more hours of sleep, at least an hour and a half, couple hours. So I feel better. I'm still really sleepy, but I feel better than I did, and I can function at least. And I'm not like, can you get down, Ricky? I think he's on the fireplace. And I'm not like frustrated, angry, tired anymore. So, but yeah, life with kids is crazy. This video is going to be pretty short, but I've taken a really long time to film it just because of interruptions from my little people and the canine over there. So yeah, all of this to say, even though it took me forever to get out of my mouth, all of this to say, be gentle on yourselves, you guys. You know, even parents with the best of intentions, which I have, make mistakes. And, you know, that's a small mistake. And the mistake, by mistake, I mean the way I spoke to Ricky. It's a small mistake that he has forgotten about already and probably didn't think much of at the time. But that is not, I don't want to get into the habit of that, because where he is 1 right now and doesn't care so much, which actually he might care, I don't know, but later, if I make a habit of that later on, that's going to be all of our dialogue. And I think that is so typical in our society, that every piece of dialogue that parents have with their kids is with this venom in their throat, with this venom in their voice, as if everything has to be said in a forceful way, and you can never, the kids just can't relax. That's kind of how I felt growing up. Like, I just could never relax, because and my parents had a kind of stressful life when I was coming up. But I felt like I had to walk on eggshells, because every line of dialogue I had with my parents had venom in the voice. And that was stressful, and that was a big factor in me growing up with bad anxiety. And they didn't mean harm by it at all, but sometimes we don't think about what causes harm. We just kind of go about the day doing what we please, and don't think about how what's gonna happen because of what we're doing. you know, we kind of fall into that. And I fell into it this morning. I was frustrated. I was tired. And that was a lot of my parents when they were coming up. They were in the part of your career when you're kind of a mule, you know, both of them. My mother was, well, I won't go into this will be a really long video if I try to go into their job situations. But basically, my mother was a teacher. My dad was in the military, and they were doing a whole bunch of just stuff. And they were just in the part of their careers, like I said, where you're a mule and you're so busy. And they had 2 kids, and my dad, you know, military is just stressful. So, you know, when you're perpetually in that state, that's you just try to get through the day and survive. And you don't think about the little things like, you know, like how things are coming off when you say them. So that's something that I try to be vigilant about, especially now since he is so small. Ricky, what are you doing? Come back, son. I try to be vigilant about that because I remember how it affected me. Something so small. So, all that to say, again, be gentle on yourself. You know, obviously you have your goals and you try to make them most of the time, but when you don't, and I'm talking parents like me who have a very specific and calculated way that you want to raise your children. When you don't make it to that specific and calculated way on sometimes, you know, it's okay. And tomorrow's another day. The rest of the day, you know, you can still try to do your best. But even if the day's over, tomorrow's a new day, and you can try again. Especially when they're little like this, and you're still, you know, learning how to parent. Hey, you looking for Santa Claus? It's not that time of year yet. Well, it's almost that time of year. It's not that month yet. Hey. 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 Can you get down, please? No? Okay. Anyway, I will ramble on forever, as you guys know, so I will cut it here. This video was supposed to be really, really short, but, you know, I can't make short videos, so. Okay, you guys, I'm going to end it here because my son is trying to pry open the fireplace. So, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. But there's my hand. Bye-bye.